up. She gets to the second level quicker than most quarterbacks when they run the football. Only Salerno can get there quicker than her, but right now she has them back in scoring position. A lot of time left.
I've really liked what I've seen from Brittany Perea tonight, with the exception of how she's handled the 2-minute offense. We've seen her connect down the field on the deep bomb to Jessica Poole. You've seen her mobility. She's really growing into this offense. 1st and 10, ball at the LA 17. Throwing across the middle, nearly intercepted.
Go! Let's go!
That is the Hall of Fame middle linebacker, Monique Gaxiola. And if she didn't deflect this, this could have ended up in the hands of Delaney Hall.
That ball should have been picked off. We mentioned Perea has happy feet in the pocket. Sometimes she sees ghosts that aren't there. She had all kinds of time. She should have stood there another 5 seconds and let the receiver clear coverage for a touchdown.
2nd and 10, ball at the 16-yard line. Rolling right, a lot of time, as you mentioned, in the pocket. This time complete to Vanna Medrano. A 7-yard reception.
Vanna Medrano, she is the backup quarterback. They have her playing receiver right now. She's a great athlete, trying to get some playing time and score some points here late in the game.
I think there's some personnel issues. I want to get back to an earlier point you made. You've got to get Liz Kamak and Kashayla Eunice on the field at the same time. They're the best weapons you have, and you've got to make up a gap here. And that'll take us to our 2-minute warning.
That's the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. We will go into normal timing rules. Normal timing rules.
Denver still with a lot of opportunity. 2 minutes of action remain. We'll be back after this. Back to LFL football night. Next week we are in Texas, specifically Austin, Texas, as the Acoustic with Michelle Angel hosts Tamika Robinson and the Chicago Bliss.
A lot of polls have that team with Michelle Angel running the team as a preseason favorite. This is their first game. We'll see next week.
A 3rd and 3 now as we return to action. Denver must score on this drive and look for an onside kick. Rolling right, Brittany Perea, a lot of time in the pocket. Now it's collapsing around her. Nearly intercepted. Chelsea Hart coming up from the defensive end position. You mentioned Hart did not get the start tonight, so you can tell she's a little more fired up than usual.
That's not a bad idea. If she plays like this, maybe not start her for the rest of the season. She's on fire when she comes in the game.
So now the last chance for Denver on a 4th and 3. We've got a lot of confusion, and I think Denver's going to elect to call a timeout here.
Timeout. Denver. First charge timeout of the half.
And we're going to take a break as well. When we come back, the conclusion of this Western Conference battle.
Let's run it.
Listen, calm down. Look, Twins 8. It's there. We gotta calm down. Receivers, get the fuck open. Run your damn route. Stop.
My left tight end.
Run.
Fuck you, Britt.
Run. It's open. If you got a 2 or a 1, if you got a cross route, fucking run. Push the bitch out the way. If you get the fuck open.
Back to LFL football night. We took you inside the huddle for the Denver Dream. And that's going to be kind of alarming when your quarterback is championing the run on a 4th and 3.
Well, they've been running the ball well all night, all 3 of them. Perea, K-Mac, and Eunice. 3 yards. I say maybe run the football. The passing game has not been clicking that well, but obviously the coach is going to call a crossing route right now where you settle in a hole, and he wants the receivers just to run patterns, and she'll find somebody open.
Yeah, I don't think they're on the same page. The offensive coordinator wants a pass play here, and it appeared that the starting quarterback, Brittany Perea, is lobbying for a run play.
That's not good confidence in your quarterback for her arm if she wants to run the football, which I think she can, but obviously she can't throw as well as she can run.
Well, regardless, they're going to have to convert and get a first down if they're going to have any chance at a comeback down 2 scores. And yes, LFL teams do have the option of an onside kick inside of 5 minutes of the 4th quarter. So if Denver scores here, they're still very much so alive. Here we go, 4th and 3, ball at the 10. Perea back to pass and overshooting her target. And I don't think she's aware that that was 4th down. Here we go again. Brittany Perea has no awareness of game situation.
That is absolutely unacceptable. That's twice now in the first half. She downed it on 4th and 5. Here it's 4th down. She throws an incompletion. She thinks she has another play. That's coaching and quarterbacking getting the game.
Interesting scenario here. A minute 50 remaining. If you know anything about the LFL playoff picture, it can come down to a point differential. So it would benefit Los Angeles to put a few more points on the board here. You've got 2 timeouts. Is that what you do, or you just try to get out of here?
Salerno knows the tiebreaker playoff rules in the LFL. It would not shock me at all if she went for points, because if they didn't make the playoffs because they didn't score late in the Denver game, she would be really upset. I think they go for it.
So that was a 4-yard carry by Jasmine Edwards, and now they're huddling, which leads me to believe that perhaps Los Angeles, especially with the injury to Naz Johnson, just want to get out of here.
You know what? If I'm Hunter Hudson, Rory Derry, get your first win of the season and get out of here.
2nd and 6, ball at the Los Angeles 14. They're going to fake the handoff, looking down the field, has a receiver, and dropped. That's Fuyuki Hamaguchi, the standout wide receiver from Japan. In fact, the first ever LFL athlete from Japan just drops that one.
During the offseason, she is a race car driver. She caught that pass like a driver right there. No hands. Speed went flying by coverage. Great pass by Salerno. Just couldn't bring it in.
So Los Angeles is kind of all over the field now. They're huddling. Well, they were previous, and they ran the ball. Now they're taking shots down the field. I don't think they know what they're doing at this point. 3rd and 6. A minute 11 remaining in this game. That's Salerno rolling right. So that'll now set up a 4th down, and the clock will run. It looks like maybe LA will call a timeout. No, she got out of bounds. So now a 4th and 6. What do you do here? Because here's the tricky part to this. If you don't convert and get a first down, you're going to give Denver the ball back on your 14-yard line.
There's a lot of time left in the LFL. With that onside kick, you're right. This is a tough situation.
So this really is a must-convert for Los Angeles. A 4th and 6 from the pocket, wide open. That's Hallie Chiskra to the 10, to the 5. All the way down to the goal line. Now they're indicating a touchdown.
Wow, Chistra showing why she's all fantasy most of her career. Look at this, just out in the flat, one-on-one. She is a big lady at 170 pounds, and she outruns everybody in the secondary. Look at that speed. For a woman that size, that is insane.
Cassiana Moore, the strong safety, was just beat from the beginning by Hallie Jiskra. And look at the blow Jiskra levels on Brianna Roy at the end of that run.
Unbelievable play. You think they were going to be conservative? Look at that. They got their points.
I think they were looking to just get the first down, but Hallie Jiskra made some athletic moves in the open field. That's Jasmine Edwards. They're going to convert the extra point. So just like that, Los Angeles up now 41-18. It wasn't that long ago when Denver was up in this game.
Big turnaround, big comeback by LA, but I'm telling you, from top to bottom, this LA team is strong. They're going to make a run here. They win their last 2. They'll be playing Seattle somewhere down the line.
Yeah, I think when we saw that Los Angeles versus Seattle game in the season opener, again, that score was not indicative of how close Los Angeles played Seattle. There were a couple bad calls away from that game swinging either direction.
You're right. That was very close. They look good tonight. Denver, on the other hand, for their first game of the season, they look okay.
And we've got the backup quarterback in now. That's Vanna Medrano. That ball sailing well over Brie Quintana's head.
Not sure why Vendrano would be in the game right now. She didn't have the great throwing motion right there. Your quarterback, Maria, needs all the snaps she can get.
Yeah, that's the point I was going to make. Put her in this must-pass situation. It's not like she doesn't need the live reps. She needs everyone she can get. And I don't think Vana Medrano is potentially your franchise quarterback, so what are we doing here?
Not at all. This is what we're talking about. This isn't like high school where everybody's got to play. You're trying to beat Los Angeles right now.
2nd and 10 from the Denver 15. A poor snap back to Medrano. Looking in the flat. That time complete to Brittany McCall. But that won't be for any gain. That's Lindsi Cash. Another backup in the game for Los Angeles.
I really like the fire in this LA team. You mentioned it early in the game, how having Ashley Salerno all season long, all off season, she got those personal problems last year, missed a lot of games. This team looks like it has the potential to make a run at the West.
Well, when you look at the Western Conference, the predominant leader has got to be the Seattle Mist. They're number 1 ranked for a reason. They're loaded on both sides of the ball. And then the Austin Acoustic, we see them next week with the signing of Michelle Angel. Behind them, anything can happen. This is Vana Medrano back to pass. This is intercepted. Delaney Hall. So Hall really coming on late in this game sets up Los Angeles for potentially more points.
Ding, the fries are done. This game is over. Delaney Hall playing great on defense like she always does. Great blocking night. LA, I'm telling you, I like this team.
Delaney Hall perhaps maybe has a feed from the broadcast in her helmet, trying to prove a point here. We got on her in the first half.
Offensively, she's always been solid at safety for Los Angeles. Usually on offense, she'll make a couple catches. Tonight, not so.
So now Los Angeles set up inside the 3-yard line of Denver. What do? Do you take a knee here or do you get more points?
It's Ashley Salerno. They go for the score.
And come on, these are the Pirates. These are the bad girls, I should say, of the league. They're known that way for years. You know, class does not factor in when it comes to the Los Angeles Temptation.
This is the LA Raiders of the LFL.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to put some more points on the board here. That's Mariah Lopez flanked to the top of the screen. And Fiyuki Hamaguchi at the bottom. Now Hamaguchi in motion. They're going to go to her on a jet sweep. Hamaguchi! Touchdown, Los Angeles. That is Hamaguchi's first ever LFL career score.
We talk about the LFL being an international sport. The first player from Japan to get in the end zone here in Denver, Colorado.
She seemed a little starstruck at the end after scoring, not knowing what just happened.
Her first score ever, you're right. She's like, what do I do now? Spike it, throw it up in the crowd. She didn't do anything. We got to work on that.
That's a look at Rory Derry and Hunter Hudson. They've got to be happy with this result coming off that Seattle loss.
They changed their game plan after the Seattle game, went back to the ground game, throw if you have to. They got Gistra. Who would ever thought that Holly Gistra would be the go-to receiver for Salerno?
So now the extra point attempt, LA is going to go for a 1-point conversion. That's Mariah Lopez in the backfield. They're going to go to Lopez. KK Phelps, one of the true bright spots for the Denver Dream, especially defensively, has been the play of KK Phelps.
KK Phelps and her play tonight, her play right there on an extra point, down 47-18. The 2018 Denver Dream would not have even played, not even want to tackle. They didn't walk in the end zone. This is a team that wants to win games this year.
Yeah, again, the score is not indicative of how competitive Denver was here. I think a couple plays go the other way here in the third quarter, and this Denver team could be going in for a potential win. That's Brittany Perea back in the game, which is also puzzling. Why take her out in the first place? Dropping back to pass, looking down the field, coming back for the ball was Jessica Poole. Lindsi Cash all over Poole.
Wow, throwing hands late in the game. You knew this was coming. It's LA. This is what they do.
Lindsi Cash playing with some fire here in the fourth quarter. We've got 17 seconds, and they're still going after each other down on the field. You got to be careful here for Denver and Los Angeles. You don't want somebody getting booted and possibly facing an ejection for the next game.
I think that was innocent. Nothing, a lot of trash talk and a couple throws, but nothing landed. I think that's just LA and how they play football.
Remind me to never make you commissioner of the LFL. A 2nd and 10 now, 17 seconds. That's Brittany Perea rolling right, trying to get out of bounds, and not able to do so. And now we've got a fight on the LA sideline as the clock continues to wind down.
Holly Gister, the veteran, not even getting involved, letting the youngsters do that. LA showing their colors right now, but a great win for this team.
LA wins it on the road 47-18. Let's go down to the field.
Guys, I'm with someone here who needs no introduction, was away from the game for 2 years, and tonight gets her first win of her return. Bo, how good did that win feel tonight?
It feels awesome. We were expected to win. I think in the first half we were still trying to find out the kinks. Pulling away in the fourth quarter which should have happened in the beginning, but we went back to the drawing board and we fixed it. The difference is, as a veteran team, can adjust that at halftime and basically execute. They're still a new team, not to take anything away from them. They held their own, but at the end of the night, we balled out. Plain and simple.
Guys, Mo Gaxiola and this LA team have got a huge monkey off their back and stay in contention. Back to you.
I think the return of Mo Gaxiola takes this team to a different level. With her leadership on defense and Ashley Salerno on offense, who knows how far they're going to go.
So that will do it for us, partner, from Denver, Colorado. The Denver Dream looking strong early in the first half, only to falter in the third and fourth quarter. For my partner, Bobby Huco, our sideline reporter, Heidi Gulsnick, this is Mitch Mortaza. We will see you next week on LFL Football Night.